Hello everyone and welcome to Planet Base, except this is no ordinary planet base, and to show it off I'm going to load up the Class D planet. As you may be able to guess by the title of this video, this is modded Planet Base, and the very first mod I want to show off, if I press the escape button, we can skip the intro sequence, which allows us to start building right away. It's just very handy, because as soon as they get out of the ship, they're just going to start building things. It's actually amazing. You can't actually hit the escape button to exit until enough of them have exited the ship. Come on. 3 of them? Come on, when are you going to stop? Last time it went a slightly faster. There we go. Okay, so, as you can see, that is a very handy tip if you want to kind of start throwing down a few buildings. Calm down. If you want to start throwing down a few buildings, now this is the second mod I wanted to show off, is the freedom of the camera. I mean, is this not the best thing ever? One of my pet peeves with Planet Base was always this. You couldn't tip the camera up or down. Another pet peeve, really, was the fact that you couldn't zoom in very far. I'm pretty sure this isn't much further than you could zoom in normally, which doesn't really matter. You can still zoom in pretty far. But then there's the fact that you can zoom really far out. I mean, really far out. I just hit tab to lower that, and that's not really gone anywhere. And there are a couple of issues with this mod in particular. Is if you head over to the edge of the map, oh, if you can just see it slightly over here, you do get some artifacting going on from the skybox. I think it's called artifacting, I don't know. But the point, that's a minor bug. There's something to be expected when you have mods kind of giving you more freedom. The third mod I want to show you is a pretty special one. It comes with its own set of bugs, but I think this really is a game changer. Is the fact that you can stick things a lot closer, like so. Now if I just quickly, don't want them to die. Now, normally with the camera mod, you zooming in and out, you will not let you change building size. If you just hold Control, there you go, you're sorted. This makes things a lot more compressed though, so your early base doesn't sprawl too far, and even if you build things really small or really big, it's not going to go too far, and it gives you all this extra room to play with. I mean, this area now is effectively going to be a full-size base for many people. Now, there are a few issues with this particular mod, as I mentioned before. If you do things like... No, let's not choose that. Let's go with the canteen. So if we'll just do that, build the canteen here, and then build... Actually, no, let's build the biodome here. Alright. And then I want to build, say, that there. Now I make these connections and these connections. If these buildings are already built, and I want to make this connection, they will not be able to get to here because this will be too close to each other. That is something you have to bear in mind, is that if buildings are too close to each other, people cannot path between them properly. That is the only bug I found with this mod, and the skybox problem is the only issue I found with the camera mod. And by bugs, I don't mean the mods are causing them, this is just generally how the gameplay works. Which is probably why you had the limitations of length in the first place. Also, with this particular mod, as you'll notice, this thing only has a power draw of 0.2. Normally the connections at their shortest would draw 0.5. So, in a lot of ways, you'll save a lot of power, and yes, I know that there's no power coming in here for you. Let's be kind to these people. Like so. So the connection's just super duper tiny, and let's get rid of that. Biodome and canteen, these are all things that we need, and we also need water. Again, holding Control so we can change the size. As you'll also notice, the illuminating, highlighting shroud that goes around everything is slightly thrown off. I believe that is a result of the camera mod, but to be honest with you, unless it really bothers you, if it really does, go talk to the mod author over on Nexus Mods, which is where I found all of these mods and more. But if it doesn't, I'd say just live with it. There are some things, like the ship, where it works perfectly fine. But, you know, these are some amazing mods, and personally I don't think I'm going to be able to play Planet Base without them. There are a few other mods which actually make the game even more overpowered, but there's not very many for now, and I think the fact that these few have been made is fantastic. I kind of wish the camera mod would let me look up though. I kind of want to look at the sky, but maybe the sky has the same issue. Maybe the sky has no actual skybox up there. There we go, and then water, and then you build that connection, which is super short. Yeah. Another thing I've noticed as well is in these things when people walk around, because the tensions are so short, I feel like their movements are a bit more jittery when they like change directions coming from a corridor into one of these and stuff like that. It may be nothing, it may just be the sheer speed of the game I was playing it at, because I was at 4 times time acceleration, that was the only time I could see it. Who knows? They're all going to head inside now. But yeah, if you think these are the mods for you, go ahead and download them. There is a prerequisite patch, which it comes on the Nexus mods as well, made by the same guy who's made every single mod so far. There is also a second redirector, DLL, which comes as part of it, but some of the mods require it, some of them don't. If you don't feel like downloading an extra thing, which sounds suspicious, that's fine, up to you. It is called a redirector after all. But to be honest with you, they're all made by the same person, they're all handy mods that work basically perfectly, and I think they're fantastic. I've endorsed the particular 2 that are my favourites on the Nexus, so that they can go above the rest. And if you think that is the mod for you, if you think these are the mods for you, if you think other things are, go ahead, download them. They are very easy to install, the instructions are clear as day if you read them, which I didn't to begin with, and I'm an idiot for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and happy modding. Bye!